Hello, everybody, and welcome to day 19 of our 8-bit RPG project. Oh, is it going to be a fun day today? It is Refactor Day, everybody. Finally got together with my game designer. We hashed out where we actually want to take the game from a combat perspective. Most of the stuff we've been putting in place is the core system. But I hadn't really decided how we would play combat out. Classic RPG, you just have a list of abilities. You pick one. Is it turn-based? Is it real-time? Blah, blah, blah. All those type of decisions. We put a system in place so we can move on and get a bunch of stuff implemented. But we needed a sit down and talk about what we really wanted to do now that we're moving forward with this project, right? So we have that in place now, guys. We have that in place. We have what we want to do. I need to go and do all the refactoring to make this happen. So the good news is the core system's not changing. Everything at the core is pretty much the same. What is going to change is, let's actually do this, right? And we're waiting for the stream to kind of spin itself up a bit. So we're hanging out. But, so I got a few minutes here. Let's hit a new game. Let's start a game. So what are we refactoring? What are we refactoring? Well, we're moving away from this whole type of screen here. Classic RPG, right? We have whose turn is it? We're going to maybe fix this up today too. Those NGUI bugs. In our system, right, we have an initiative order. Everyone has kind of an initiative. When it's your initiative, right, that's who you are. You select a target. And then depending on who you select, looks like we have a little bug there. Depending on who you select, will tell you what you can do. And now I can't do anything because we're awesome. That's okay. We'll do that all over again. A little bug. But yeah, once you pick a target, you can then decide what action or what ability you want to execute against that target. And then we'll go off and execute that ability, and all that fun stuff is fun. Core system is staying the same. This is going to change, though. Instead of giving you a list of your abilities to choose from and having an initiative order, we're going to modernize this up a little bit. And we're going to basically turn this into a bit of a mini card game. Which you will understand when we get into our refactor world here. Okay, got it back. So instead of us showing all the abilities that the hero can execute against a given target, what we're going to do instead is at the beginning of combat, we're going to take all of your abilities. We're going to take all the abilities for each hero. We're going to randomly pick 2 abilities for a hero. And some abilities might have a higher chance than other rare abilities, right? So basic attack might be 3 times as likely to get chosen as a very powerful attack or whatever, right? But we'll basically pick 2. So you might get 2 basic attacks, potentially. But basically we'll pick 2 abilities out of there, out of your individual list for each hero. And then we'll pick 2 for each of your heroes in your party. And then that becomes essentially your battle hand. Hey, Rad, what's up, buddy? That's basically going to become your battle hand, and then you just decide, and there'll be cards, right? I want to play a specific card at any time. So that means every hero will get to act twice within a combat. The order that people act is completely up to you. The AI will obviously have logic to determine how it orders and reacts. So you can basically have Dargon attack twice in a row if you want, and then have Rappy attack twice at the end. Or you can mix them up, right? You can do 1, 1, 1, 1, however you want to do it. It's up to you, because we're just going to give you the pool of abilities as cards for you to choose how you want to execute them against. And that's kind of the big change that we're going to be making. I'm excited for it. Obviously, they're going to be cards, right? They're not going to just show abilities. We'll turn them into a bit of a card, into a card game of sorts. So that'll be interesting. What other changes are happening because of this? Oh, yeah. Once you run out of all of your cards, or once both sides have no more cards, we restart all over. If the combat is still going on, we'll reshuffle essentially. We'll redraw 2 abilities from each hero, and then that's the abilities that you get to use all over again, right? So every hero gets attacked twice on both sides, and until all abilities are done, then we start all over again. That means if one side has more heroes than the other, they'll have more actions to execute like normal, which is fine. We love it. Hey, Fix the Bad Games. What's up, buddy? Hold on, guys. It's a little loud in my head. Now it's not loud enough. So I'm just adjusting the mic. Yeah, so if for whatever reason a hero dies before you use their abilities, we'll basically scrap those abilities out of your hand. You won't be able to use them because that hero is now dead, right? Or incapacitated or whatever it happens to be. And maybe we won't remove the cards out of your hand. Maybe we'll just disable them. Because if you have an ability that lets you bring a hero back to life or something like that, then maybe those abilities are needed. Hey, Fix, I know I haven't responded to your email yet. I've been a little sick and been a little busy. We are going to probably need art. I don't know what our schedule exactly is going to be from an art side. It's going to be sooner rather than later that we'll want to get some art started. So I will be reaching out to you soon and see what we can do, my friend. Hope everything is going well. And yeah, guys, please, I apologize. Please forgive me. I am a little under the weather. Might be sneezing more than normal today on stream. FYI. Okay, let me send the tweets out. Let people know we're alive. Okay. What are we on? That's right. Da, da, da. And tweeted. It is Wednesday. Rad, it is Wednesday, right? And I normally do stream on Wednesdays. You like how the placeholders aren't even remotely 8-bit? Me too, Fix. Me too. I know, right? We're going to be working on, we're going to have 8-bit art final, but all of our placeholder art is so far away from 8-bit, it's hilarious. It's pretty funny. Actually, there's a video I want to play, guys. I haven't watched this yet. Somebody sent it to me. If you guys did not know, .NET hit a pretty big birthday celebration. So they got a lot of the founders of .NET together to talk. Anders, this guy here on the left, Anders is the father of C#, which also means he's the father of .NET. He is the original designer for Pascal, is what he is known for in the very, very far past. But then he moved over to Microsoft and he became the principal architect or principal engineer, whatever they call him at Microsoft. And he designed C#, right? He designed C#, he designed .NET. And he worked on the .NET team for a very long time. Andrew is very, very famous in the development world, if you don't know who he is. He moved off to TypeScript, by the way. So if you know what TypeScript is, or you've been following TypeScript at all, Anders basically said he did everything he could with C#. Obviously, he left it in good hands. He also works on the .NET team. But Anders moved on to TypeScript. It's okay, Rad. It's okay. So let's check this out. Give me a second, actually, before I play this. Make sure we don't kill ourselves. Hold on. Get those away so I can turn my sound up. Hopefully it's not too loud for everybody. You didn't realize that he moved? Yeah, Brad. He is Mr. TypeScript these days.
.NET Rocks and Run As Radio here at the 15-year .NET reunion, and I found Mr. Anders Heilsberg. So good to see you, sir.
Yeah, you too.
I would ask you what you did with .NET, but I think most people know
Well, mostly what I did was C#,
Yes.
right? I mean, but I definitely kibitzed a lot on the runtime as well, and did a bunch of early advocacy and.
The maturation of the runtime was not a small thing, too. Like, I think about how much the CLR changed from 1 to 1.1 to 2. Like, 2 to me in 2005 was the breakthrough edition.
Well, 2 was big because we added generics, you know, and
Yeah.
and that was really sort of the last time we did anything big in the core runtime, if you will.
Very fundamental.
You know,
to the runtime.
something fundamental. Yeah. And that was a fun release, and we got to work with MSR and Don Syme and Andrew Kennedy on
the
that.
beginnings of F-Sharp's relationship.
That's right.
Too.
That's right.
I remember doing
a lot of genealogy and
smart people, like just crazy, challenging stuff.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, you're largely focused on TypeScript these days, right?
I am. Yeah.
Ah,
I
see,
still
TypeScript?
participate in the C# language
great.
design team, but TypeScript is sort of my day-to-day gig.
That's got to be fun.
It's a lot of fun. I'm like I was telling you, I'm writing more code now than I think I have in decades. Go check me out on GitHub.
Wow, that's cool.
It's fun, and I love the workflow. I love the team. I love the agility. You know, we ship every 3 months.
Wow.
You know, customers will report issues in the morning, and we'll have a fix in the
You'll be on
nightly
it
build.
right there.
You know,
and push it up to GitHub so they can grab it if they want it.
Yep. Yeah.
So you are living and breathing this sort of open source cross-platform viewpoint that represents TypeScript, and now .NET's like that too.
It is, yeah. But we're working towards it.
Yeah.
I mean, and hopefully, you know, later this year we'll have a real 1.0. You know,
Right. Be happy with the version.
Yeah,
You heard it here
and
first, folks.
That'll be great.
.NET Core
It'll be an
1.0
exciting
later
time.
this
Well,
year.
I'm excited. I'm sure you're excited with how far we've come in 15 years.
It's amazing. I mean, if someone would have told me,
yeah.
you know,
Guess what? 2017 is going to be like.
that it was still gonna be there, and how big it was gonna be, I would have said that's not gonna happen.
No, this
But it
language
happened.
you drove forward, sir, is a lot of people type it every day.
That's true.
Yeah,
that is
and
true.
We're grateful.
Yeah, well, I'm grateful too to have. I mean, there's nothing more rewarding than working on stuff that people use.
Yeah, no, it's
You
very
know,
powerful.
and I get to be very privileged there. So,
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for spending some time
my
to talk to
pleasure.
me.
Yeah.
And give us a big happy birthday, .NET.
Happy birthday, .NET.
Awesome. Thank you,
All
sir.
right.
Wow, it's cheesy. But there we go, guys. There we go. So yeah, but FY, if you didn't know, .NET 1.0 released 15 years ago. Not today, but basically early February, right? Early February was the 1.0 RTM. So it was good. But yeah, so a lot of us were using .NET in 2001, about mid-2001, I guess, would be the beta when we started messing around with it. So that was a little fun video. If you guys have never met Anders or never been to an Anders talk, I would suggest you go find them. He's on Channel 9. Like anytime Build happens or PDC before it was called Build, Anders would always have like a big talk at every one of those conferences, right? He would tell you when he was on the .NET team or the C# team what was coming up next in C#, and then when he moved over to TypeScript, he'd tell you all the cool stuff that's going on in TypeScript. But his talks are always good if you like tech talks, right? So Anders is always good, and I'll give you another good one just because I like plugging good people. Give me a second, I'll pull up his website on screen. If you don't know who he is, hi, I'm Scott, Scott Hanselman, or just hanselman.com. Also a Microsoft employee. Is he still a Microsoft? He is still a Microsoft employee, absolutely. Hanselman, a very, very entertaining speaker. He's kind of usually the breakaway talk at like Build or at a Microsoft Tech conference. He's usually very entertaining, very hands-on, very cool. Scott Hanselman's a great speaker. You should, if you ever get a chance, at least go watch any YouTube or Channel 9 videos or whatever of his past talks. They're always good. But Scott Hanselman is from the the ASP.NET team. And he's one of the main drivers around ASP.NET 5, right? When they basically stripped it down, or they're trying to get ASP.NET to start competing with things like Node.js. So there you go. Wow, there's two people you should go check out if you are fans of the .NET world, everybody. Okay, should we get to work, guys? should we maybe get to work? Do a little bit of work, just a little bit. Close a couple things down here, and we're gonna jump on in. We're gonna figure out how the hell we're gonna do all this fun refactoring. Make sure that I am doing what I need to do. Okay, that's good. All right. Turn my sound back off so we don't get bothered. You guys able to hear me? Let me just double check. I think the audio should be fine. Always good to know. Visual Studio. Also, another little tidbit of personal information if you guys like to wallow in my misery, so you can live through me. One of my drives on my PC basically crashed. Sounds fine, no? Excellent. So I lost the entire drive. Just kapooted. Gone. And it was not my main drive, right? My main drive, my solid state drive, is fine. Thankfully, right, I mostly use solid state drives these days. They don't go as bad nearly as quickly or as often as spinning disk hard drives, which have moving parts, and you can get a lot of corrupt sectors. But I had an old spinning disk drive that I would store a lot of bulk data on, right? So that died, but that's also used to be where my local Git source used to come from. So I would always check out Git repos to that D drive and work against that. Was just my typical dev cycle, including our RPG project here, right, was on that D drive that just went up and died. But thankfully, right, I use source control. I commit often. GitHub obviously had the latest version of everything, so all that was fine. It's not like I lost any work on that drive. What did happen, though, is I don't know if it's because the drive was starting to corrupt in my last couple of actual commits or what, but when I basically cloned my repo to my other drive and opened it up in Unity, there was a lot of missing, what's a good example? There were a lot of scripts that it wasn't able to rebind. So like in the, not load game, but new game, right? There were a lot of missing scripts that it wasn't able to rebind. Like cast here, it had no idea what, it said missing scripts. Please fix compile errors. I'm like, what? But there's no compile errors. There were no compile errors. Everything compiled fine. But I guess it lost some disassociations with meta files, or some meta files got checked in that were corrupted because the drive was going corrupt. I don't know what it was. But I had to manually fix a few things. It wasn't that much work, thankfully. It took me maybe all of 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes at tops, right, to go through everything and fix up where not everything was broken, by the way. Not everything was broken, just some things were broken. But I had to go back and fix them. So I don't know, it seems a weird Unity thing that can happen to you, so be careful there. And I'm sure if I were to look back in my Git history, my meta files are in the Git history. Maybe if I knew the formats or something, I could compare between the two and figure out what was different and fix them up that way, but that's okay. So let's be careful about that when you're using Unity, guys. Be mindful. Be mindful. Oh my God, I am not gonna be well tomorrow, am I? All right, let's unload our scene here. And let's figure out how we are going to do this. There's a couple of quick refactors we're going to do at our asset level. So let's go do that. So we have our base abilities. Base ability is going to get a new serialized field. That's effect data. That's not what I want. I don't actually need to use serialized field, which is fine. What we want to have is a public int. Let's not call it int. Let's add a new enum. System serializable. Enum card rarity. And then we'll say common is defaults, uncommon and then rare, I think is all we're gonna end up having in our system. Ended kind of abruptly Saturday. It was like you were talking about ending the stream and it cut off before you could finish. No. That's not what. I guess sometimes Twitch, when I stop streaming, even though I finished talking, I hit stop the stream. Sometimes it doesn't sync up all that well on Twitch, but in the YouTube video it's fine. Yeah, sorry guys, it just happens. It depends on how long I wait after I stop talking and then hit the stop streaming button. It's a weird Twitch thing. Yeah, it's all about the delay. All right, so we have a card rarity. Let's add a card rarity rare. The field that we can serialize. Excuse me. Let's set a default card rarity, which will be common. All right, so there's that. We now want to go into our editor, our ability editor, and bake in this rarity field. Yeah, let's see what this looks like. Let's compile everything. And do it right. Resources, abilities. So if we look at basic attack, I guess we'll add rarity off to the right of the Atlas stuff. Which here's where we draw the sprite, and it's a wrap horizontal. And this is where we draw this. So we just want to do another wrap horizontal, basically. All right, okay. And then, thankfully, I stopped that. Go away. Where is our ability? Thank you for the follow out there. So nice of you. Rarity is equal to ngui editor tools. I think there's an enum. There's a way to do enums in here, right? Or did I have to do that as a drop down? Give me a second. There's a way to do this. Enum pop-up. Editor GUI layout, enum pop-up. Editor GUI layout, enum. Enum pop-up, there we go. Give it the enum. And let's see what this looks like real quick. What does this return? It returns an enum, which we have to then cast to a card rarity. And we should be good. Who was that followed? Crom Monk. What's up, man? Thanks for the follow out there. Okay, so if we pull this up now, we have card rarity. It's not where I want it to be, but there's our rarity. Let's see if we can fix this. Being 6 sucks. Why? Oh, because then do I have to put this in its own vertical? No. Maybe. Yeah. I think that's what I need to do. Let's create a vertical wrap horizontal. This is Atlas. What's going on here? So we have the Atlas, right? We have our edit button. Name, description, right? Okay. We have a vertical. We set everything, we have a vertical. Let's see if we need to just define a vertical for this. And close and reload it. I guess we should fix this, huh? 114. Why is this null? Object reference, yeah, 114. I guess icon sprite could be null? No. No. Can ability be null? If ability, yeah, it can be. Is null just return? It's because we were recompiling and it lost its target. So if we clear that now, that should go away. Hopefully. You're learning HTML, CSS, and Java for website creation with code right on. Yeah, pixel art's great for that stuff, man. Why Java? You mean JavaScript, or do you mean actual Java? I'm curious. I guess it helps if we end our vertical. Guys, it helps. It does help. Let's take a look at now. This is still popping up on us, huh? Go away. This was 115. Huh. Oh, I'm using underscore ability. If, even though it should be the same, but if, that's weird. That's weird. I guess icon sprite might be null. So if not null, it's fine. It's a little weird, but okay. Because it should always be set up. Clear. Hate when it does that. So better, but why are we not, why is it not popping over here? And what, oh, we are losing our icon sprite. 126. Icon sprite is getting lost all of a sudden. What did I break? What did I break, everybody? Do I just have to rebind it? It's because of the change we made. See if we hit not edit, sorry, go away. If we re-choose sprites, no. That's not making any sense. Equals. We never get rid of this. This is always set. Let's do this. If is null equals new, we'll start it out null, right? Very strange, guys, very strange. Hello, Sound of Gaming, what's up, man? Oh, you meant JavaScript, right on fix. How do you pronounce GUI? I always pronounced it G-U-I. I pronounce it GUI. GUI. Yeah, basically fix the bad gaming. GUI, right? That's how I say it. There's, you could say, I don't know, what's another way of saying it? I don't even know another way of saying it. Yes, 64-bit graphics as placeholders. Yes, sir, that is correct. Let's reload. Oh, God. I hate Unity sometimes. Why are we not getting? I don't understand. 126. Did this not build? Did this not build? It did build. It did build. Clear. Close. Reopen. We lost our fun stuff here. Let's get this back out. Let's see, draw our sprite. This is what draws the sprite, not this. This doesn't do anything. The sprite gets drawn from here. Or no, this is the draw sprite field, right? This draws the sprite. So it's actually using the sprite color. So if we were never marking it dirty, I guess it would never draw. There it goes. All right, so we're back. Interesting. So why is this not going on the same line? This is because I have to do a rect. That's why. So what I want to do, to fix this. I actually need to move this into here, have its own verticals. Let's do this one step at a time. Goo it. We lost the spark again. Oh, now I bet you this is a rect problem because I moved stuff inside here. Which is fine. So we're wrapping a horizontal. And when I call wrap horizontal, what does wrap horizontal do again? Does it do anything special? No, it's just doing a begin and end of horizontal. Okay. Okay. And I say give me 150 from a vertical layout. And then another 150. X and Y. Let's play with these positions. That's not good. It's no bueno. No bueno. Let me just make sure that this is actually going to render where I think it's going to render. So we should get 2. Oh, interesting. Interesting. There we go. Okay, so that's correct up there, right? That's what I expect. And FYI, that's why I want to move it here. So we're going to get rid of you. But what is not drawing is this bad boy. Let's figure that out. It's all about the positioning of this stupid rect, and that I'm terrible at Unity GUIs, so sometimes I just have to play around with things until I figure out where it's going, where it's sizing from, all that stuff. Just call you Pixel? All right, buddy. Pixel it is. Brah. I wonder if I have to... Sometimes it's off screen. Because I don't know if this is a rect to where, right? You have to pass in this stupid draw rect. But is this positioning of what? Of this vertical layout? Then you think 0, 0 should work, right? It should show it somewhere. But as we can see, no drawing anywhere. Now, of course, if we moved this here, let's figure this out once and for all. Let's see if we can figure this out. From school, because it was hacking into the source code of websites and put your custom instead of previous code. Good work, man. Or bad work. Bad. That's not good. That's bad. I wish I could inspect this. I want to see the inspector for this, so I can know where it's actually drawing. Oh. Sorry, guys. I know the problem. I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy. Let's move this back in. I wasn't setting our icon sprite in the right place anymore because we moved stuff around. There we go. Okay. Now I can figure out how to position this. What I want to do is put some space here. So I can give this 200. Make sure this is enough space. It should be giving. Oh, that's a width of the vertical. And then we can go 20. All right, let's get this down where it needs to go now. Let's do it, boys. Let's do it. Yeah. So that's about the right size. I need to move it down here. See if that gets us there. Almost. That's probably too much. Yeah, too much. Too much. That's good. That's good. Let's push it over now. Come on. Come on. Almost. Getting there. All right, that's where I want that. Now I need to figure out how to offset this rarity pop-up. So if we do a GUI layout, begin, layout, begin vertical, GUI layout, got width of 100. Wow, talk about getting these backwards. GUI layouts dot end of vertical. Let's see what this does, because this is now inside this vertical, but I guess it's not respecting. So I wonder if I need to make this larger. So what if I do this? I think that will. All right, so that is going to open things up for us. Sort of. This gets a little odd. What I need to do is wrap two verticals in here to give us the buffer space I need. So this is 150, right? And this is 250, for instance. I think that'll do it. Oops, other way around. 250 to 150. Oops. There we go. There we go. That's what I was looking to do. Yeah. All right, so I can adjust this now. Let's go and say editor GUI layout label. I think it's called the label field. Call it our rarity. Okay, and we don't need so large of an area. Oops. And now we've baked in rarity, and we didn't really take up any more space than we were expecting to. I don't think. Aren't I setting a width for this vertical? I get a set GUI layout width of 80 as well there. Okie dokie. Perfect. Yeah. So right, we can change it around, edit, change it back. We could say, all right, so now we have rarity. We can set the rarity of the ability. For instance, we'll make sleep rare. just so we can see the difference, right? Okay, good. So that was step one. Basically, go into our abilities and make that change. Give me a second here to respond to this message. Okay, give me a moment. Oh my God, being sick is the worst. It is the worst. You guys agree? Who wouldn't agree with me on that one? All right, so now let's move on to our next area of refactoring. Since got the editor where I needed to be, let's do the code refactoring, and then we'll make the UI map to kind of the new code setup, right? In the battle mats, we have our battle mats. I think I'm gonna add, we have our abilities. We have base ability and all of our effects. Let's add a new class. We'll call this a hero deck. And does this need to be a mono behavior? We're gonna make this a mono behavior so that we can use coroutines on here if need be. And that's fine. But essentially a hero deck, we want to bind it to a hero. So public battle components of the actor. Getter setter. And then also in a public hero deck constructor. Let's actually set the actor. Let's say actor. This dot actor is equal to actor. Lowercase. Make this a private set. Okay. What we want to do is call a draw. So we'll have a list of base abilities. Draw. I think I'm going to pass in. Do I want to pass in, or we'll figure it out later? Right? We'll have a constant. So private const int draw count of 2. And do I want to make this, I don't need to make this async or coroutine, so that's fine. Make it public. Return null to get us compiling. Okay, so var cards is equal to a new list of base ability. What we want to do is generate a card in our deck. This is a temporary deck, and then we'll draw the cards, and then we can throw the deck away because we don't need to hold on to it. We need to generate a card in our deck based off of rarity. Yeah. All right. People keep bugging me. And they won't leave me alone. And then my good old phone. Okay. Yeah, so what we want to say is from the actor.abilities, where, do I already have a way? No, we don't have a way. Where e dots, do abilities have this, right? Where it's learnable, but I don't care about learnable. I just need to find abilities that we can use. I think right now that'll basically be all abilities. No, that's right. Abilities, we had a flag for this, right? Well, we have uses weapon, or it's learnable. I know we have it at the effect side, of course. So from an effect, right? Where do we do this? Maybe that's in items. Let me look in items. Golden sword. I have. We add an ability. For instance, no. Oh, that's right. It does have a type. It's an. I'm a moron. Let's remove that. That's what I was looking for. I was staring at me in the face the whole time, guys. The whole time. We want to get abilities of a certain type. What do we call that? Not get type. That's good that I don't even know. So let's go find out. It's something in here. There it is. Effects. Oh, is usable, right? Right. That's what we have. So, is this effect usable? Which just says, is it an on use? Which means it's something you can activate. It's not like a passive ability or an ability that triggers from something else. So E dot is usable. Okay, so var cold abilities. Let's grab that and start with there. And then let's, go for each var ability in cold abilities. Depending on the rarity, will tell us how many cards we should generate. I'm trying to think what's the best way. I think I'm going to have a little private method here. So private, do I need it as 9? Or we just want to add it directly to the list. Yeah, we'll pass it in. Add to deck. So this will be a void. I'm sorry, add to deck. We want to pass a ref of our list of base ability cards or deck. And then int count. Let's build this real quick. For int I less than, I can't type. It's all going upside down. Count plus I. We should probably pass in the ability, right, as well. Base ability. All we want to do is say deck.add ability. That's it, right? So depending on how many times you should add this ability to the deck, boom, let's go do that, and we're done. So now we can go check off of the rarity, switch, ability, rarity, case, common, add to deck, of cards, ability, and 3, so it's the inverse. As a ref, and then break. And then we're gonna have 2 more of these, common, uncommon, and rare. 3, 2, and 1. It's pretty simple. All right, so this is gonna build our deck, right? Basically this method from the cold abilities, looping through, this builds our deck. We now need to draw counts, right? Which is okay, we just need to shuffle our deck. But there is a simple shuffle algorithm that I'm gonna use. Let me grab it. What's the best way? We'll add this extension method. I like that. So I'm actually gonna pop, well, it'll still be in script, so I'm gonna pop all the way back up. Add a new folder. Utils. Add a class. We'll call this extension utils. And this is a public static class, and then we want to just drop in our static extension method for a shuffle. And this is going to generate its own random number generator, which is fine. Then we're going to go through the list. It's a very efficient shuffle algorithm, right? It's just a swap, good to go. But it will let us shuffle the list in place. Doesn't return a new list. It does shuffle it in place. So now we can say cards.shuffle. And make sure we bind that in. Why can't you watch on Chromecast, Shout? What's the problem on Chrome? It says the stream is not supported. Is the encoding you use? Can't see stream, so chat reply. Shout said, are you able to watch other Twitch streams? Question mark. On Chromecast? Check something here. Wow! You are, okay. Can you try something in the video quality? Can you change video quality to like high, medium, low, or mobile? Can you try one of those? Works on your Chromecast just fine, Sound Gaming. Maybe you guys have different models of Chromecast, like a newer model versus an older model. Been moving servers for the last 2 hours, now can barely move. Oh my god. You're so weak, Rad. It's not heavy, buddy. You're just weak. It's okay, though. It's okay. No one's gonna fault you for it. Maybe a couple people. Yeah, sorry. So we shuffle our deck. Now that this is shuffled, all we do is have to pick a couple cards here, right? So we're going to create a new list of abilities. Sorry, not abilities. Of base ability. Wow, I can't type base ability of picked cards. New for int I 0 I less than draw count. Plus I. We don't actually have to remove the card from the cards array because remember this card list we're throwing away after this method, so be careful here. You don't actually have to remove an item. We just need to get a reference to that item. So we can say picked card.add of cards of I. So this will grab the first card in the shuffled array. It's randomized, so we'll grab the first card, and since draw count is 2, we'll go grab the second card, right? So we're just gonna add cards to our picked cards, and that's what we wanna return, and there we go. That's how we generate a dynamic deck whenever we need to for a specific hero, and draw 2 abilities from it. Whew! Yeah, I don't know, Shout. I don't know. I don't know why it would not work on a Chromecast. It's not like my streaming does anything weird. I do have an odd FPS. I do stream. I think I have it set to 20 FPS now. We used to do. I used to do 15, but I think I do 20 now. And I can update that a little bit. Actually, what's going on here? Oh, am I using the wrong stream encoding settings? Let me look at something here for a second, guys. Just want to check on my encoding settings. No, my encoding settings are correct. But yeah, Shout. I use 20 FPS because I do a 19, a 1080p stream at 20 FPS, so I can keep the bit rate really low for people. And since we're just showing a code window, it's usually fine at 20 FPS. But that might be what's messing up your Chromecast. Maybe it doesn't like that 20. Maybe. So we have our picked cards, which is excellent. Oh, you know what we should also do? We have picked cards. I wonder if I should do an ability wrapper. I'm going to do this as well, guys. Battle. Let's add a new class called card ability. .cs. This is a very simple class. It's just going to have two properties, a little poker class, plain old data object, pod class. This is what I meant. A public battle components owner, and then a public base ability as ability. I want to be able to wrap this because right now an ability, a base ability, is a single, essentially it's a resource in the game engine. So for base attack, everybody has base attack, but everybody shares the same reference to the one base attack instance in the entire game. So I can't add an owner to base ability, right? It doesn't work that way. So we'll have a little wrapper here when we need it. So we'll have card ability now. Let's go back to our hero deck. This is going to be a list of card ability. That's a list of cards. This is the list I care about. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just making sure I got this right. So when we add a card, what I want to do is say card ability is a new card ability, and say owner is equal to actor. And ability is equal to cards of I. And then we can just add a card ability in here. So now this will give me a little wrapper that can associate a unique ability, right? A shared ability with an actual hero. This actually should still be base ability. And we can go from there. So, and I'll use that later when we need to allow picking of that. Thanks for the follow out there, by the way. Thank you for the follows. Oh my God, I can't stop the sniffling. It's never going to go away. My eyes are all watery too. It's just no bueno. No bueno. Yeah. Okay, so that's the refactor we have for a hero deck. I almost wonder if I should... Now that I'm thinking about this, guys, this doesn't need to be a class. I'm going to get rid of a couple things. This is now going to be a static class. And this is going to be a public, a static public draw. And this is a private static. Because this is, yeah, we don't really care. I'm just going to pass in battle component of actor. And you can go away. I don't need a constructor, of course. And this will still work, but now I don't need to generate a, and this is just a static class. So this will generate our ability list for a passing hero, right? It's re-entrant, it's static, it doesn't have to be thread safe or anything like that now. It doesn't have to be its own class, because otherwise it would make no sense. There's no reason for us to have this kind of deck class where we're throwing everything away each time. So if that's the case, we just really need a helper method to generate what we want. So now if we go back to our battle mat, in the battle mat, we have our method, right, for start of battle. Start battle. Shows the battle mat. We add all of our actors. Execute a round is where we iterate through everyone. This is called from here. So when we run combat, this is what I want to do. And I think I'll add it to the execute round. Yeah, people will not leave me alone today. Oh, but I'm gonna sneeze soon. Oh my God. Ugh. It'll be okay. I'll survive. I have asked this before, but I think I forgot. How exactly did you get into programming? Sound of Gaming, how exactly? It's just something I started doing as a wee lad. It was a 1.5 million years ago. But yeah, I had always had an interest in that, and then a friend of the family, really long time ago, was a professional developer, and gave me some pointers, right? Gave me down kind of a path or a road for starting to learn. That was when I was very little, though, as in like junior high little. Yeah, so maybe we'll put this as part of execute round. So maybe around now, because what do we do? Hold on, sorry, let me think about this. I don't want to break anything. We check if, at the end of every round, we check if battle is over. Battle is over. All right, so we don't want to do that in the round. So outside of the round, yield, return, we'll bake up some new functions here. Set up hands. So then we need a public enumerator, set up hands. Let's store these somewhere. So private list of card ability. Hero hand is null. Private list card ability. Enemy hand is null. Actually, not null. We'll make these default arrays. Setup hand. So in setup hands, we'll just say if hero hands count is 0 and enemy hand count is 0. We can go generate the hand. Set up hero hand first. Var actors is equal to hero slots where e dot actor is not null for each var actor in doors. In this case, this is the battle slots. Do I care if the battle slot? No, that's for battle. Yeah, that's fine. So we'll get these. So var cards is now hero deck dot draw for actor dot actor. Right, so this will draw the cards for this actor, and we just want to say hero hand dot add range of cards. And now we can set up the enemy hand, enemy slots, and say enemy hand. Okay. What is the difference between static public and public static? Nothing at all. Is null the same as 0? No, sir, it is not. Null is its own variable. Null and 0 are not equal. You can cast a null to an int. Actually, wait, can you cast a null to an... I'm not... my mind's fuzzy because I'm a little sick and on meds. But no, null is not equal to the numerals, the numeric 0. Yeah. Okay, close all this down. Go away. Lack of knowledge, absolutely, Red. Absolutely. Actually, let's take a look here. So int I equal to null, right? So it will let you do this? No, because remember, I is not a nullable type. Int is not a nullable type. This is not a reference type. This cannot have null in it, and I don't think you can even cast a null to an int, because again, Null, int is not nullable, so no, you cannot do this. Int dot parse was just for string. You could do this way, which will give you a 0, but this is a string parse, right? It's not really a cast. No, of course it doesn't work. And yeah, meds or not, I should definitely know that. Int is not an old type. Float, right? Double, any of the built-in types. Anything that does not derive from object. Int has no base type. It's a struct. Has no base type. Whereas string has a base type. It inherits from... somewhere in here it should inherit from a... Oh, does it not? From... Interesting, because it's a sealed class. But string is... Oh, I think string is special. Is a reference type. As a class you don't have to pay for? I know, Rad. I know. I'm going to start charging $2.50, though. $2.50 a day. $2.50 a day. Hopefully you guys can handle it. Ah! Okay. This will set up our hands, yield, return null. Just because we actually don't do any coroutines here right now, but we'll set it up if need be. So this will rebuild the hand at the start of every round if needed. That's what. Oh, I don't know, Noel. I don't control that bit. Why not tree fiddly? Oh, tree fitty, tree fitty. Big sub. Maybe it'll be tree fitty. Maybe it'll be tree fitty. I like that. But I don't control that bit filled, Noel. Cards, actors. This will make sure our hands get set up, and we only ever redraw cards if both sides are out. If they're not both out, we play through it. Now, when we execute a round, I think we're ready to jump into the UI aspect of things. Because, initiative order goes away as well. Oh, yeah. So this we're going to have to fix too. So I'm thinking about just nuking it now, because it's going to go away. Nuking it now. When we execute the battle system through here, we are not going to have a list of actors to loop through, because we have to wait for you to pick an actor, right? What we want to do instead is wait until essentially you've picked a card. For each actor, yeah, we probably want to do that, and then we will yield this once we have an actor. Bar actor null, just for the moment. Check if everyone's dead. If so, we don't need a yield break anymore. Because are we gonna do this for every round? I guess, yeah, that'll be okay. Or what I could do, we could spin in here. Because we used to check if people are dead. I'm gonna comment all this out now. All right, so how are we gonna know when when it's time to go? In the battle mat, we have some selected, right? We have focus player. When we select a hero, that's what I was looking for. Select an enemy, there should be a select slot. been a while since we looked through this code. Select a slot. So we set focus and select focus. This is where we show. No. I'm just trying to think how we're going to end up refactoring because some of this stuff's going to go away. I just want to point out that every type in .NET inherits from object. Not every type inherits from object, my friend. Not every type inherits from object, Phil. Only reference types inherit from object. Structs do not inherit from object. And of course, yeah, null is a point. Null is its own value. It is not 0, right? It's not empty string. In the world of C, null obviously there is no null as a value type. It's just 0, or you can set it to anything you want, really. So when we select a hero, we find the slot, we set focus. Oh, there it is in the battle UI. That's what I was looking for. In the battle UI, we have actor, we have enemy actor. I think what I want to do now is set a public battle component of card actor, which is going to be default. By default, it will be null. Man, I just can't think or talk today. This is where we show abilities, right? Run show abilities, we clear abilities. All this stuff is going to be going away very soon. Unselect an ability, but execute action, which basically means they've selected ability. And we have, actually we already have this field. I don't need a card actor, we have actor. Actor enemy is basically who you are trying to select. So once actor gets set, so we say dot actor equals, see how many places we do this. There it is, right? Nope, that's character UI. Interesting. Maybe I do it in here. Oh yeah, because we call set actor, right? So we call set actor, which is done in a few places when we want to select the hero, select an enemy. This is all going to kind of start going away. Select hero. We'll call select hero. In our battle component, when we execute, we want to basically make sure we set ourselves as the caller. Yeah, okay, that's fine. That'll be okay. All right, so back to the battle system. So what we want to do is say while battle mats battles. I'm in the battle system. Gotta grab the battle UI. Mat get components of battle UI. Look that up. While actor is null, yield return null. Basically wait for the UI to select an actor. And say var actor is equal to, and then we can toggle our focus to what we need to. Focus enemy objects, set active. Yeah. And then execute the ability that will also have been selected at this point. This is basically once we want to select a card, then it'll execute it. We reselect our hero. I just want to make sure everything here is kind of on the up and up. And then we call battle mat clear selections. This will destroy our focus objects. Battle UI show abilities. Why do we call show abilities at the end? That's kind of weird. I think what I will do in the battle system is after we do that, we'll set it to null, and then we'll be done. Okay. Sorry, let me catch up. Someone asking a question there. Generate them by template. Generate what by template, my friend? So many people sick today. Okay, so we'll wait, then we'll unset. And when we execute round, it's in execute round, so I actually don't need this anymore, which is good. That goes away. When we execute the round, so we set up the hands if need be. We execute the round. So if you play an ability, we'll wait half a second. We'll check if the battle's over. We'll do all of our fun stuff, and if not, we'll come back up. We'll check to see if we need to reset up the hands, and then we'll jump back and execute round, which will wait for somebody to pick a new card. What's the order in which we play? I think there is a change I need to make here. We need to let the player pick a card, and then we need to wait for the AI to pick a card. Which means this doesn't just work this way. I mean, this is okay, but I need to know whose turn it is. So in execute round, I think I'll do a player turn and then the AI turn. So for the player turn, turn on player hand picking. And then we'll do all of this. Let's see, turn off player hand picking. Turn on AI picking. Okay, so let the AI now pick, and we'll re-execute this bit of code. So we'll wait for the AI, and we'll figure out what that is for the AI pick, which should set this, which means we actually don't need, we'll assume that we're going to have the card picked. Oh, you know what I also need to do? Turn on. We need a way to break out of this. We'll get into that. And then we'll say here, this actor will now be the AI actor, and AI actor for executability. Should already have the ability selected. We'll do some refactoring there. Okay. So that's what a round looks like now. Basically, the player pick a card, let the AI then pick a card. So what is this turn on player picking? Maybe we need to mock this up in the game. The more I read about ECS system, the less I seem to know how to do it. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? I don't need you. Okay. Yeah, so let's see if we can do the AI stuff now. Let's get the battle scene in here. So here's our battle scene. We could turn off the reward panel. Shouldn't be on. All right, so, whoa, what? Oh, let me unload you. There we go. The battle scene now. The battle scene. I think what we're going to do for now is just show all the cards here. So I need to build a card prefab. And we have to do this up right. So there's the battle panel. So we're going to put this in the battle panel. The ability list essentially is going to be going away. But I'm just going to disable it for now. But we're not going to be using it anymore. Because instead of an ability list, we're going to have a card hand, right? So let's create an empty object for that. Hero hand. And this needs to be a widget. And GUI widget. Size it up so I can see it. That's good enough for now. Make sure we center it, right? And then we'll adjust this, of course, in the future. Okay, so there's a hero hand. I think I'm actually going to use a table for this. I know how much I say I hate the tables, but I think a table might actually work okay now. Because I want columns to be 12 columns. And then direction is going to be, do I want a table or do I want, there's a grid. Maybe I want to use a grid. Because then I can do a vertical or horizontal arrangement. Maybe I want a grid, not a table. Yeah. I think I'll try that, yeah. And then we'll have a horizontal arrangement. Let's start building out our prefab now. So this is going to be a card panel. And a card panel. Let's give it a background. Give it a sprite. Atlas, pick our terrible sprites. What do we want to use for a card background? Let's use these terrible, let's use white. Terrible things for now. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what the right size is going to be for these things. If I can click it. Oh, that's right. I can't actually... Oh, this is our hero hand, right? Ooh, and this has the widget. Hero hand. Why can't I move? Let me see something. If I add a couple here... 100 by 100, they'll start overlapping. It's not exactly what I'm looking for. So they're 500. 50, right? So that will give me a little bit better control by 500. I would love for this to pivot to the left. Bring this forward. So I bring all these forward temporarily. Now, of course, comes the fun part of the stupid grid stuff. Is the crappy pivoting. That's top right, by the way. Center. Oh, center actually might work now. So if I hit, I think center might do what I want to do. Oh my God, center actually works for grids. It actually centers it. Isn't that amazing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is half of what we need. So these cards are probably too big. This needs to be a little larger. And the cards have to get cut down in size. Okay, and then for here, this has to get cut down. So 455, 470. Sorry, let me delete these. Easier to copy paste them all again. To get the right amount of width here, 475, 470 is probably okay. By 400. Okay, so now we need a few other things here. Let's add a label. Let's see, owner as our label. This is going to have a label and GUI label. Let's see how bad this comes out. Let's drop in our font. We'll color tint this black. Owner, like Dargon, right, is an owner, for instance. I want to zoom way in so I can move it up to here, because we want to put the owner's name above. Obviously, the font size is too small. And we don't want to shrink. Resize freely. Actually, do I want to resize freely? No, I want to clamp. And then I want to alignment center. Yeah, we'll center a line. That's good enough. Obviously, font size got to improve here, right? It does not like that because this is not big enough. That's about as big as I can let it get right now. Until we refactor all this and make it look pretty. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, senpai? So that's the owner label. Let's put a label below. Where do I want to put that? We'll put this in the card, but copy paste. This is going to be the title. And I need to bring this forward. And we still want this to align, yeah, centrally. And this is going to be like a basic attack. This will probably just be sword in the future. By the way, we're getting rid of basic attack, guys. If anyone out there has actually been paying attention to me at all today, because it's one of them days. We're going to get rid of things like basic attack. Instead, what we're going to do is, depending on what weapon you have equipped or items you have equipped, will unlock abilities for each hero. So Bob the Knight maybe has longsword abilities, and if you're using a longsword, you'll get his longsword ability cards. Maybe he also has a two-handed weapon, like a two-handed sword ability set. And if you have a two-handed sword, it'll unlock those abilities, right? That goes into your deck. So we're going to be unlocking abilities. You don't have to learn them. You get them based off of what items you had. Items no longer, some special items will probably still do it, but items don't give you abilities directly. Depending on the hero, is qualified to use different weapons. And if you have those weapons, that will unlock those ability cards for you to use, and we'll be able to draw them, right? So one ability might be basic sword attack. There might be a two-handed sword ability that's like a power attack or something, right? Or maybe maybe there's like a sweeping attack, which attacks two people next to each other for the same amount of damage, or something like that, right? So that might be a sample card. And two heroes aren't necessarily going to have the same abilities for the same weapons. So Bob the Knight might have two-handed weapon abilities, but Jane the Knight might also have abilities for two-handed weapons, but they might not be the same set of abilities. There might be some shared, but they might have some unique stuff in there. But for now, let's continue on. I want to add another object for the icon, which will BTAC, you love me. Oh my god. Oh my god. I think I'm in love too, buddy. Pray tell, why? What brought you to this revelation that you now love me? Because that is the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. I'm going to select a default sprite for the moment, but we have sprites for icons for abilities already. That's what's going to go in here. I just want to see it on screen, right? Make sure I get the right forward depth. Make sure we get the right size of this thing. So let's do 250 by 250 by 225, 225. That'll probably be okay. Maybe. And then center it. Is that? We're actually not centering it. That will center it. A bunch of times. We're curious if there is any reason using NGUI over the Unity UI. The reason we're using NGUI versus the built-in Unity UI, I feel that NGUI incorporates the UI into the scene, into the actual game scene, much better. Unity's GUI or UI is basically a whole layer on top of the camera. And maybe there's better ways of doing it, but there's no easy way of saying attaching a progress bar to a prefab, and have then that prefab be an actor that can move in and out of the camera space and depth of the camera. With Engu, if you do that and you attach that progress bar to them, the progress bar scale and rotation, all that stuff will be tied to its parent. So as you go away from the camera, the progress bar will look smaller, right? As you get closer, it'll look bigger. You can't do that very easily with Unity's UI. I just think the world needs more love. Try to spread it. Let you know that you are loved. Oh my God, BTAC. That is pretty awesome, buddy. That is, I love you too, man. I love you too. Me and you together for life. That's what we need. Okay, so icon, card panel. Oh, we need to make this a button. Oh, so I think for now we'll get all the flashy card stuff in place, like where you can click a card and you could drag it down to who you want to attack it with, right? And we'll throw arrows around and all that fun stuff. For now, we'll just make these. You click on it, you select it, just for the moment, just to get the system up and running, and then we'll make it flashy. Rad, what are you laughing at, Rad? I'm going to delete these copies now, since we know what we're doing here, so we can prefab this. I need to turn this into a button so that we can make it clickable and give this a box collider. And then for the sprite, make sure that auto sizes. It looks like it is, which is good. I'm going to increase... I'm going to adjust this, so I don't want it to auto-adjust. Instead, I'm going to manually adjust it because I want the title to be clickable with it. So if I click Dargon, right, it'll select this as well, which is fine. No problem, Senpai, no problem. Yeah, I think this is what I need for the prefab. We'll need a script for this now. Let's create a script in the battle mat. Let's create a new called card panel. So we'll have a script that controls the card panel. Gotta find it. Drag it on here. Save all of that. Yeah, let's reload everything. So card panel, let's look up some data. We have a UI label, which is the owner, UI label, title, and then a UI sprite, which is the icon, right? Owner is equal to get components of UI label. Oh, that's not going to work. I can't just look for, because these are two labels, and that's okay. Instead, we'll make these public, and we'll manually set them through the UI. And since it's all part of the same prefab, it will be fine. I will add some other, while I'm here, public card ability card. Let's attach the card, basically. And then in update, we'll do some work there. Unity game again? Senpai, you should do it. It'll last as long as it needs to. All right, so let's let this recompile, and then I can start dragging some stuff down here. Oh, why do I have a null reference? 113. Sorry, it's not compiling because I gotta go fix something. 113. Yield return. What's the null? There should be no null reference here. Let me check something. See if it compiles. We do? We're good. Okay. Owner, drag owner. Title, we'll drag our title. And icon, we just drag our icon, right? No problem there. As you can see, even though we have a public, we get rid of you now. Even though we have a public for card ability, since card ability is not a mono behavior, it doesn't show up here, which is fine for us, because all I want to say is if card not equal to null. Owner.text is equal to card.owner.name. And then we'll say title.text is equal to card.ability.name. And then the fun part is icon.atlas. How do I set the atlas? That gets the sprite atlas. There. Let's do the sprite name first. Card.ability.sprite_name. Sprite name. I just want to see how I do this. So when we set the icon.atlas, what is this? This is a UI sprite. Oh, so just underscore atlas enabled. Right, UI sprites. Enabled true. This is in an item slot. Okay. So it's enabled by default. We don't need to make it pixel perfect. Cardability.atlas. Uppercase icon. I think that's what we needed. Icon.set dirty. Set it dirty. So that I can rebuild it if it needs to be. But we're always going to do that, huh? Maybe I won't. I'll see what the performance is by going this route. Let's see what's up. Always fun and slowly becomes meh, meh, meh. You got to keep yourself somehow attached to the project, guys. That's all. You just got to stay attached. If you can do that, then there'll always be motivation. What's wrong here? Yeah. Oh my god, I can't see straight. So if the card is set, we'll update, we'll set all the data. Since this is the button, we can do a void on click. Which is if it gets selected, we can set some stuff. Battle and debug log clicked for now. Okay, now we need a way to draw this. So hero hand needs a script. Hero hand. Find hero hand in here. Emotionally attached? Yes. Become emotionally attached, guys. That's exactly what you need. Rebuild. Yes. Go to our hero hand. All right, so hero hand needs to go find our... hero hand is our grid, so we just need to look up the grid. Not grid. Oh, no. Is it a UI grid, I think? Yeah. Call it grid. Grid, get components. UI grid. We need a public void. Do I care about? Yeah. Trying to. We'll have a redraw. No, we'll call it. I know it's probably bad. Set hand. I like that. List of card ability cards. So we'll set up the hand. This is actually going to come in I enumerator. Because we're cool like that. We're super duper cool like that. First thing I want to do is take our transform.delete, destroy all of our children, And then yield, wait for new, end, return, yield. I can't type. Yield, return, new, wait for end of frame. Don't code in sick at the same time. Thank you for the follows out there, guys. Who we got? Linux, Lekwex. Thank you guys so much. So we set hand. We want to destroy all the children first in case there was already a hand set up. Wait for that to finish. And now we want to go through for each var card in cards. I'm going to set up a prefab here. Game object of our, what do we call this thing? Our card panel. Card panel fab. Because I need to create a new one. Instantiate from card panel fab. I'll show you how we bind that in a moment. We want the parent to be ourself, so just transform. And then no, we do not want to use world space. We want it to be local to the parent. So this will set that up, get the card panel, get components of card panel. And then from CP, we just need to set the card, right? Is equal to card. And after we run through each one of these, yield, return, new, wait for end of frame. Wait for all those to get into the our parent system, because I want to then call grid dot reposition. And grid reposition will basically make sure everything gets repositioned and gridded out properly. Okay. So that's how we set the hand. Let's set that to null, just to get rid of you. Actually, wait, are we not using this? I do assign it. That's fine. You go away soon. So now if we go back to hero hand, let this recompile. Oops. Helps if I make it public. Actually, get rid of you. Now wait for it to recompile. Oh my God, Massey! Use the money from your job to pay someone to code your game. I love that, Massey. Oh, I mean, I love that, guys. That's the best. What's up, Massey? So there we go. Those are card panel fab. We need to make this into a prefab, by the way. So go to our prefabs. Let's prefab it. Boom. Card panel prefab. So now I can go to hero hand here. We can turn this over to the prefab. Make sure all that gets saved. All right, so set hand will do what we want now. We have hero hand. I need to bind hero hand into the battle UI, which I believe is on the battle menu, isn't it? Yes. So let's go over to the battle UI. And let's public hero hand. Let that rebind. As a job, I like the ability to write software without it becoming work. That's fine. That's okay. Drag hero hand over there. Okay, so now, okay, in the battle system, turn on player hand picking. I think that just means for now we'll just show the player hand and then we'll hide the player hand. Oh, that means we need a way to hide the player hand. Oh, and once we pick an ability, we need to make sure it gets removed. Yeah. Hero hand's going to be refactored just a little bit. This is going to have the list of card ability, cards. This dot cards is equal to, let's call this hand. Pass in cards, set our hand, right? Hand equals cards. Yeah. Public void pick card. What do I need to pass in for pick card? We should pass in the game object. Game object card owner. Because ultimately, what I really just want to do is say var card components. Sorry, card owner get components of our not card panel, but this is going to be the game card ability. Not card ability. That's not right. What do we call this stupid thing? Oh, it is a card panel. Duh, sorry, card panel. Var ability is equal to cp dot ability. Why don't I have CPU? Hero hand card panel, right? We have owner, title, icon. Thought I made that public. Card panel dot card. It's public, right? Yeah. Weird. There you are. Grab the card and then say hand remove. Oh, this needs to be removed from 2 places, which is okay. We'll do that. So we want to remove the card. Then we also want to call destroy object of the card owner. Make sure it's destroyed. And then make this an I enumerator. Because after, do we care? I do. Yield, return new, wait for end of frame. Because unfortunately, NGUI is a little weird. It doesn't constantly, excuse me guys, doesn't constantly re-update the grid. You have to manually call reposition, which is grid reposition. Another thing I have to grab here is the battle mat. Get tag battle mats, get components, battle mat. Alright, once I have the battle mats, we remove hand. We should have the hero hand. I gotta go back and make sure I have a way of doing this. Sorry. Setup hands implementation, just fast way over there. Public void remove card from hand. Card ability card bool is hero is true by default. If is hero cards hero hand remove card else enemy hand remove card. Okay. Remove card from hand card. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Whew. What's going on now? Okay. Have some water left. If I'm fairly proficient at shaders and shading language, do you think I'll have a hard time finding a job in the game industry? Probably not, Static. Use node-based shader editor tools. They do, yes. Is the one used in Unity? Oh, Shader Forge? Yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch. There's a bunch, right? Using a bunch of nodes, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. The realm. Yeah. Basically, if you want to work, if you're looking to be a developer and you have a strong understanding of shader languages, how graphics cards process shaders, right? Because that's really what's important. And what the pipeline's like, that will definitely help you, Static. If that's the kind of software development you want, right? game companies don't just hire developers that have deep understanding of graphic cards, because you don't want a guy who is very deep into graphic card or visual development working on your network engine, for instance. Larger companies have different people, different skill sets. Smaller companies, obviously you got to do a bunch of other stuff. Just saying. Oh my God. Ah! I can barely see anymore. I can barely see, guys. Ugh. Okay. The more your hat, yeah, of course. But that's not just game development though, Senpai. That's every company. The smaller the company, the more things you got to do. Even with being sick, the progress isn't too bad today, Brad. Yeah, I guess that's true. Refactor days can go very quickly, right? Because you already have a framework in place. You're just going around and changing everything. So we pick our card. Now the question is, if I'm removing the card here, do I actually need? Do I need? Oh yeah. Well, we've already set up. I'm just gonna show and hide. So set hand, public void show hand, set active this dot set this dot enabled. What am I in? Oh, game object. That's what I want. Game object dot set active. For our hero hand, yeah, so true. Void hide hand. Game object set active false. Actually, I don't need that at all. Let's change that back. Once we've set it up, we are good. And we're not going to remove this one anymore because we remove it where it needs to be. We don't need to keep two lists. I hope I'm not contagious either, Noel. Too much happening at work? I know. Tell me about it, man. Tell me about it, guys. Okay, so that is pick card, that's hide hand, that's show hand. If we go back to the battle mat. Setup hand, execute a round, right? Go to this battle system. We want to execute a round. So turn on hand picking. Yeah. I'm trying to think if I should just always call that. I think we will. So battle UI dot hand. Where's it at? Here, bro. Hand, is that what we called it? Yeah, we did. Show hand. Yeah, sorry, we want to show the hand. I need to go back to hero hand. So when I call set hand, hero hand is our grid. I think I don't want to. I just want to enable and disable this. So when we hide the hand. I want to say enabled. This dot enabled is false. This dot enabled is true. We don't want to deactivate the parent object. We just want to hide our hero hand, which hopefully, no, that's not going to do what I want to do. That won't hide anything. We actually do need to, we got to go this route if we want to actually hide the hand, right? I mean, I could keep the hand up, we just wouldn't show, yeah. Sorry, I'm just thinking how I'm gonna populate the hand if we're hiding the object. So I think what we'll have to do is say set hand. We'll have to activate no matter what, so that we can then destroy the children, reset up the hand. Yeah, I think that might work. Okay, so round battle UI, battle system. So turn on the player hand, show the hand, right? This will basically let them pick. We'll wait until they do pick. Hide hand. Get rid of these because we're doing it now. We're not actually picking the ability yet. We'll get there. Okay. See if everything compiles, because I kind of want to run this. Buffering. Uh-oh. Am I buffering, guys? I'm not dropping frames. Okay, good. Hopefully I'm not really buffering. Dun dun dun. Because buffering sucks. Okay. Do we have enough in here to try this out? I think we do. Load. Unload. Let's play this. We'll definitely set up some breakpoints and see where we're at. Fix up any bugs in the new system that we have so far. But let's see what happens. That's not what was supposed to happen, of course. But we didn't get any bugs here. Definitely not what I wanted to happen. Clicked. It's clicked, though. That's fine. So let's stop. Let's restart. Let's set some breakpoints, right? In the battle mat. When we run combat, we'll start. I want to say set up hand, see what happens as we debug into here. We'll then execute the round and go from there. Let's attach. Or debug us. Oh, do I never... Oh, you know what I never call? I know what the problem is. Let me detach. When we call setup hand, if we have to reset the hands, I need to call from the battle mat. I don't have the... Oh, I do have the battle UI. Battle UI, hero hand, setup. I got to call set hand with our hero hand. I was not setting the hand. Let's see what that does. Don't see any buffering? Okay, good. Good, excellent. It's all about you, Void. It's always about you, buddy. Still not what I wanted to see. We're gonna fix these one day. One day we're definitely gonna fix those. I guarantee it. All right, so we actually do have to debug. I thought that was gonna fix it. It did not fix it. So these guys suck. We suck. I suck. It's okay. It's okay. At least we got no exceptions, right? That's a good first step. Let's find out what's not running. So set up hand. Count 0, count 0. Okay, so we're gonna get the hero actors. We go through each actor. Let's see what draw does. Let's get our cold abilities. We have one, right? So this is probably basic attack. It's a common. Add to deck. We'll add it 3 times. That's the only ability we have. We shuffle our deck. We need to pull 2 of these out. So pick a card, any card. All right, so pick cards is 2, which is an ability and an owner. That looks good. We add that to our hero hand. We have another hero. Excuse me. So here's our hero hand, and this is basic attack. Whole bunch of basic attacks we just pulled out, which makes sense because that's the only ability these stupid heroes have at the moment. Enemies. Do they have cards? Which they should just have basic attack as well. Oh, we called set hand. I wanted to go back and see what... I don't know if set hand worked or not. Well, let's see what happens when we call execute round. Execute. Okay, show hand. We just set ourselves as active. I'm going to put a breakpoint here because I think this is not working the way I want it to. Obviously, it's not working the way I want it to, right? So while this is null, we're going to sit here and wait. Okay, so let's try that again. Let's try this again, boys. You watch Silicon Valley ever? I've seen an episode or two, but I don't really follow it. I know it's pretty good. I need to start watching it. I'm just a terrible person. I'm just a terrible person. No, I haven't really been watching it. Why did that not get called? I put a breakpoint in set hand, but set hand never got called. Well, that's weird, huh? It's an I enumerator. We have some yields. What calls set hand again? Maybe hero hand is not set. Let's find out. Make sure I'm actually attached. I am attached. Good. Okay, hero hand is set. Oh, I know the problem. Detach. Yield, return this, guys. This returns an I enumerator. We were not yielding to this, so we were never actually calling the function to start it and then start ticking through that function until it finishes. Let's see if that's our problem. Any of the good textures? I know, man. I know. I do. I am a terrible person. I agree. I really do. Aha! There we go. So we got 2 basic attacks for Rappy, and then we got 2 basic attacks for Dargon, right? And obviously, when we click these, we just say clicked. I want to bind up. So what we want to be able to do, by the way, is click this and drag the card to who you want to attack, right? Basically, like, who should this attack? Boop, boop. But for now, I think we'll just pick the first person and when we bind in the click. But we're getting there. So if we go back to card panel, there's an on click. What do we want to say when we click this? We have the card ability, var, battle mats, game mod. Let's go get the battle mats. And then from the battle mats, set, select, well, we need to do this 2 places. BM selected ability is equal to our card dot ability, and then BM dot battle UI. Oh, I don't have the battle UI here. Var. Set actor, right, is select. That's actually what I wanted to select the ability from. Card ability BUI dot actor. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Card dot owner dot true. Let's just double check that this is things I want to set. Setting actors true. If it's hero, we set actor. I think that's what I'm trying to do. Let's find out, because we're waiting for that to be set, right? Yeah. What else am I missing here? Has anyone seen Mr. Robot? Mr. Robot's fun, but no, I haven't watched a lot of it. ABP is pretty good. Yeah, it's on Fox, right? It's pretty good. Season 2, no tech stuff. What? What? New game. Let's see what happens. All right, so if I choose Dargon's basic attack, we get a no reference because, you know, that's what we do. Line 30 of card panel. Oh, that's wrong. Battle mat. Oh, we also have to do the click on this, which is good because I need to go up to our parent. Var hero hand, right, is equal to get components in parent of hero hand. Not set hand, but let me go through that. Go to implementation. I need to pick a card, and maybe that's where I'll move this code. We really just want to call pick a card of our card, and we'll move all of this logic. We'll pick a card of our game object, and then in pick card, we know what the card is. We can remove card from hand. We can do all the repositioning, which is good. And then we'll do this funness. Let's grab the card. So we don't need to grab it again. We have it. We actually already have BM. Boom, boom. Okay, let's try that. Let's try that. All right. Wish us luck, everybody. Wish us luck. Oh. Pick some heroes. Dargon. No. Oh, these are okay errors. We don't care about these errors. So let's see what's going on. Something's going on. Debug, attach, not to process. Blah, blah, go away. Attach to a Unity. Let's grab a pick card here. Let's actually do a Rappy pick. Oh, this isn't even happening. Oh, it's an I enumerable. I just hit myself. I'm gonna jab my eyes out for every time we do that today. Let's just make. No, this needs to be an I enumerable. And we want to start a coroutine off of it. Hopefully, we'll see what. Public void pick card as well. Card owner. And this is going to be pick card coroutine. And this will be start coroutine. Card owner. So we have two ways we can call this if need be. Because from the card panel, when we pick a card, we want to call the non-coroutine version. Because I don't want to start a coroutine here because this object is going to get destroyed in the middle of the coroutine. So we got to make sure the parent calls it. All right, let's try that again. You had high hopes, Brad? No, you didn't. Don't even lie to me. Don't you even lie. But I think we're going to have it here now. All right, so at least we removed the card, right? The card at least went away. Am I not checking the right... what am I looking for here? We show the hand. We wait for the battle UI actor while it's null. So as soon as that's not null, let's put a breakpoint here. Debug, attach. I don't want to touch another process. Debug, Unity, of course. So we want to see when we get to here. Stop and start over again. Okay. Interesting that I have a whole bunch of old breakpoints set. Actually, not that interesting. They can all go away. All right, so now let's pick this. Oh, I'm not setting a target. I'm not selecting a target, so that's probably what's going on. So this all runs. Get to here. Yeah. Oh, that might be a coroutine. That might be bad for us. We should probably be calling this stuff correctly. Yep. Debug, detach. This is a yield return. We'll get this stuff right eventually, guys. Don't you worry. Take that off. One line at a time. We'll get there, right? Get a little closer, a little closer. I'm not setting a target, though, so the attack, I know, definitely won't work. We're going to set the target to just the first enemy for testing, and then we'll get the other stuff in here. But see, click here. Okay. So good news is we have an actor now. When we go and execute the ability, select our hero. That stuff's going to go away. By the way, no more recharge is going to happen, but for now it's okay. If it is a hero, breakpoint here. Breakpoint. Oh, we're not calling selected ability, which I need to do, because we're going to get into selected ability. It's going to be null, and we're going to sit here forever, right? Boop, boop, boop. So that's our next change. This is simple. In the hero hand, instead of calling it this way, what I want to say is detach first. Card owner selected ability is equal to card.ability. Tell the owner what ability they should activate, which is that, and then set that for the our state machine. What is C#? What is programming? I don't even know, Swift Sir Waffle. I don't even know the answer to those questions. Okay, so if we select here, I guess by default we have a default target, but you can see we attacked. It's now the enemy's turn, but the AI has no idea what to do, right? So let's see if we can refactor the AI to basic level, but we're getting pretty close. Let's actually run that again real quick and see if we can get Rappy to attack instead, right? So we picked a Dargon card, so Dargon attacked. What if we pick a Rappy card? Boop. Rappy will attack whoever the default target is. And then it's now the AI's turn, but the AI doesn't know what to do yet in the new refactor. We're getting close. You made me, oh my God, Red. I'm so sorry. So sorry. So AI picking, what does AI picking have to do? For the moment, I think I'm just going to pick, we have to implement this at an AI level. Basically, we have to do the refactoring of our behavior tree so that the AI picks the most advantageous card. But for now, I'm just going to pick the first card in the list. var card is equal to enemy. Where am I? Oh, I'm in the battle system. I can't get to the enemy cards here, can I? Yet. We'll add an accessor for that. Setup. Hand, that's remove. Public. Card ability. Pick. I just need this temporarily. So public list card ability. Get enemy hand. Return enemy hand. So var card is going to be equal to the battle mat, which is up here. Get enemy hand first or default. That way I don't have to check for if it's an empty or not. And then say if card not equal to null. If the card's not equal to null, we're just going to execute it. To execute this card is very similar to what we did in the hero hand. We have to say actor. I'm sorry, card.owner.selected ability, and we're gonna this is where some refactoring has to go in on the other side, is equal to card.ability. So AI has been turned on. And then we'll say battle UI dot actor. Basically, we just want to set the actor here as well. It's equal to card dot owner. Okay, so now we'll call executability on this card owner, and they should have a selected ability. This is where a little hack we got to put in place. Because what we do right now is if it's not a hero, right, basically we run the behavior tree, and the behavior tree goes and selects an ability. I'm just going to disable the behavior tree because I am setting the selected ability. I don't remember why we have skip turn in here. Skip turn is false. So while this is null, it's going to try and run the behavior tree. Well, I guess we can't. We don't have to turn anything off because I've selected the ability. It's going to go ahead and use this ability, and then it'll move on. And I think that's all I need to do. Let's find out. It's okay. It's okay, Rad. I've been a proven liar, right? So you shouldn't believe me. I wouldn't believe you. Let's have Dargon attack, Rawr, which this is the default selected item, even though you shouldn't be able to attack that. We're going to get all that in place, don't worry. The AI should be running right now, but looks like we got a little bit of a problem. 171 battle slot. In where? In the battle mat. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. When we call set focus, should I call set focus anymore? What was this calling from? 62, which is called select hero. Where do we call select hero from is only one place. When we call execute inability on the battle component, we don't really need to do that anymore. And that might be throwing off our coroutine, possibly. Let's find out. And then we'll, before we can do our turn. Hold on, get rid of you. Let's start the game. I want to attach our debugger. Go to the battle system. I want to put a breakpoint here. Breakpoint here, right? And put a breakpoint here after we hide the hand. So we execute, we unset, boom, we should be good. So it's Dargon. Yeah, you're good to go. So we just executed. Oh, did we actually execute? We should have. Executability returned very quickly here. That's a little too quick. That was a little too quick. So I need to check that again. Why is execute yield return, which is an enumerator? This should not be executing so quickly. This should actually run the ability. Unless I'm crazy. Yeah, while it's null. Allow selection, we turn. Did I turn something off here? We let you select. There's the actual ability usage. That's what I'm looking for. We turn everything off. That's right. If the target's not null, maybe I need to make sure a target gets set. Because if there's no target, we won't run the attack, and we'll just say, okay, you're good. That's fine. For now, excuse me, actor set target is equal to battle mats, enemy slots, where E actor not null, first or default, it's fine. And then dot actor. So this will pick, we'll do the same thing down here as well. It's just temporarily. This is the hero slots. There we go. Yeah, so executability should now take a while. Let's see. Let's see. new game. Let's select that. There we go, right? Attacking. Attack is over. Battle, there we go, right? So we just run the executability, which is good. We can now hide the hand, which I don't know if this is not, I don't think this is a coroutine. Let me just double check. It's not. Okay, good. And then we want to grab the first card from the enemy hand, right? Selected ability, set an actor. There's our actor. We want to set a target. Underscore target. Target is set. Toggle focus, I guess we'll call that. Executability now, if not hero. So can run. So we're waiting here. So let me get rid of this. I think the behavior tree is saying, hey, I cannot run, so we'll wait. And we're gonna be redoing the behavior tree, so that's fine. Let's see where we get with this. Let's attack, he dies. Oh crap. New combat. Well, at least we know this stuff done. That's interesting. We'll have to fix you. Animation event, animation has no receiver. You're missing a component. It's probably one of our things. Okay, this is better. We didn't redraw our hand, by the way. We'll have to fix that after combat. We should throw away our hands so we can draw new ones. But that's fine. We'll just choose you. We don't have cards drawn for the enemy. No, we got to go fix it now. We have to fix it now. So in the battle mats, run combat. After we start a battle, so maybe in start battle, where do we want to do this? If battle is over, before we loop back around, we'll just say hero hand is cleared and enemy hand is cleared, right? So we'll regenerate hands after a battle. Okay. Baby steps. It's all about the baby steps. They're not that baby. They're like toddler steps. All right, choose. We're going to kill him. We'll have to figure out what's going on with the animation thing. It's probably from that corruption problem we had, right? Let's just continue. All right, so we got 4 new cards. Dargon's going to attack again. He's going to kill him. Hopefully Goblin this time. Oh, crap. You know what we're not doing? Hold on. Another thing I need to implement. If somebody dies, I need to remove their cards. With toddler steps, I like it. If somebody dies, we need a way to remove cards from them. Set up hand. Let's add that. So basically, we want to remove card. Oh, we kind of have this, right? Remove card from hand. We just need to call this from the battle components. If I can remember what battle component is. It's been a while, apparently. I'll find it. We have a function here on... when do we call play death? So when we attack, if they're not alive anymore, I think I'll bake it into play death. After we call play death, before we destroy the object, var battle mats, game object, get with a tag, get components. Okay, and then battle match, remove card from hand. We should probably do this a little differently. I don't want to call remove card from hand, that won't work. I need a new function, public void remove actor cards, battle components, actor, bool, we'll know if it's a hero or not from the actor. So if actor, I need a list of card ability. Yeah, that won't work. Actually, this will work. So sorry. Var cards equal actor is hero. Grab the hero cards. Hero hand. Otherwise, grab the enemy hand. All right, so that'll give us cards. So I can't just remove card ability. Var found abilities is equal to cards where e dot owner is equal to actor, and this will, and then to list, and then I can say cards remove range. That's not range. Found abilities for each, and then we'll say cards remove of E. So this will remove all cards for the owner. We got to be careful here because this is a reference. This will go back. Yeah, we're good. So that'll remove cards from the owner based off of owner, right? So we can now remove here. We can pass in ourself, and hopefully our cards will get removed when we die. Now, okay, battle system. Execute round again. Let's see what happens when we need to pick an AI card. Boop. Okay. New game. Kill someone, right? So her cards hopefully get removed. And we're going to check that right now when we get into enemy hand. When we look at enemy hand, there's only 4 instead of 6, so perfect. So we're going to grab a card. Not hero, okay. Selected ability is set, which is good. So, and they have a target, so we should execute the attack now. So they came and attacked Rappy, which normally they wouldn't happen, but that's fine. So now Dargon can go. I'm gonna unset breakpoints. Basic, I think, guys, the basic system is back in place. AI is not really working. We'll get that fixed. That's okay. But we're there now. Rappy can attack, right? Pew, 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 pew. He's gonna die. We will get into a new combat. Uh-oh. Why are we not ending combat? We need to do a check. Whose turn was that? That was our turn. Sorry, I need to do a couple of things here in the battle system. In execute round, we call show hand. So when we go into execute round, I think basically we're calling show hand. We killed somebody. We get a card if card's not null. Sorry, debug, detach. Let's fix the AI side, right? If we're able to find a card to execute, do it. Otherwise, there's no card to execute, end the round. More than likely means we need to pick new hands, or there's no more heroes there. So we have to do the same thing here. So go to enemy hand. Let's add a helper for this as well. Public list card ability get hero hand. Return hero hand. And then in before we call show hand, before we do anything essentially, if battle mat dot get hero hand count greater than 0. So if there are cards to pick, We should do this. Then do another check though. If there are enemies to pick from, right? If battle mat dot enemy slots where e dot actor is not null and e dot actor is has been alive. That's not what I want. Actor dot is alive. Sorry, actor dot stats is alive. That's what I'm looking for. Count is 0. Let's fix this. Yield break. Basically, if first of all, we'll check if we have cards, we'll execute here. If the enemy has cards, we'll execute through here. Right? We'll execute. We'll be okay. Oops, I don't need to do that. If we have cards, actually we have to do the other route here. If we have cards and there is no enemies to attack, then just break out of the round and the other logic will kick in. If we could find a card, but we're all dead, right? So instead of enemy slots, hero slots, if we'll yield break as well. We'll base that. Nothing for the enemy to do because they just won. Then I'm using your language. Dav, where did I learn what, my friend? Where did I learn what? You go away. Let's try this now. Okay. So now we'll execute. Dargon's going to attack. He's going to kill him. He's going to die, and there's nothing to do, right? So we basically win the round. Let's do this again. I want to find a random encounter that has more than one guy. He's going to die. End of the round. We level up again. All right, this one's good. So Dargon, use that card. Goblin Girl dies. Yeah, she dies. He's going to attack Rappy. He shouldn't be attacking these people, but we'll get there. He doesn't kill us. Now Rappy can attack. Now the Goblin's going to attack Rappy because he's the default target. If we don't actually select something in the old system. Dargon's going to attack. Kills him. Into combat. Okay, good. Yeah, so things are looking pretty good. I'm going to let Dargon take a little break here, guys. Rappy, the rappiest dinosaur ever, is going to do all the work. Pew, pew, pew. Everything. Oh, well, my friend, for Dave, don't be discouraged, right? I've been hacking away at code for a very long time, my friend, for a very long time. Professionally now, it's crazy. Professionally, I've been doing software development for 18 years. Total though, not if I include not professional time, I've probably been writing code for closer to 25 years, right? 23 years probably. But, you know, non-professional doesn't count. We should go fix this. Our animation event name, animation event, animation has no receiver. Are you missing a component? Yeah, of course we are. Of course we're missing a component. Why would we not be missing a component? I am not a superstar. Rad. You stop that, man. You stop that. How do I set these animation things it's talking about? That's in our prefabs. Here, we can just load battle, go through the reward panel, because we keep a default one in here. This has an animator. I don't know what it's talking about. Maybe we should look at the animation itself. Animation. There's our level up animation. I wonder if this is... No, it's set, right? There's our animation event. Animation done. I can rebind it. Oh my god, I gotta click each one here. We're gonna click for a while, guys. Give me a moment. Animation done. Maybe it wasn't set. It was... I don't know. and then we'll resave that, and we'll unload. We'll see if that fixes that error. You resemble that remark? It's fine, no recall. Non-professional time counts in general. I usually don't count it because my professional life is far eclipses my non-professional life in the realm of software development, right? So when I add my non-professional time to how long I've been developing software, essentially it looks like I'm trying to pad my numbers. And I don't need to do that. Don't need to do it. Okay, so still getting this. Name, animation event. I'm going to Google this. This has something to do with the corruption problem we had. Player. So, name animation event, animation done, has no receiver. All right, someone has something similar. I have a game object named player. Our game object is named, it's name. Is there supposed to be an animation event or something? Oh, why is there an animator on name? Oh, duh, that's right. It has a controller called name. There it is, right? There it is. Added 2 animations. Animation event, animation done has no receiver. So can we open this up? Window animator. So there's the, this is the wrong, what is this? That's not the right animator, right? This is the animator we should be using, our level up animator. Which is idle to level up. So let me unset this. Maybe we figured out the bug here. It's reward panel, table, hero object. The animator is here, but then there's also an animator here. Do I need the animator here? Yeah, the animator's on the name. There should not be an animator here. This was wrong. During the corruption, I re-added the animator to the wrong place. So we're gonna remove component. Hopefully I'm going to do this right. Instead of having name, this should be our level up animator. Let's look at the animations, make sure it's still there. There's level up, right? If we show the container, boop, and go to name and play this. Why are we missing our scale level? You know what? Guys, I was wrong. The animator should not be here because I don't know why it was on name. That was my bad. So this is, it's easy to fix. We're just going to remove the component. It should be here. Just drag it here. Come here. Make sure everything is fine. So now if we play this, boop, 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 right, that's what should happen. I think we have just fixed, make sure we apply this. And that bug should be cleared now. Let's just double check. You count watching your stream as my programming experience? Bad when I can. I love it, man. Oh, that is good. That is perfect. I feel bad for you that you're having to use my stream to pad your experience with. Not bad that you're having to pad your experience, but bad that you're using my stream to do that. There's got to be better sources for your programming time. All right, let's go get a level. Let's go get a level before I pass out. Rappy the Rappiest. And then Dargon the Dragon. I make the best names. As proof of your ability. I love it, Brad. I love it. No more. What did I just break? The rewards panel is missing some. Has an object reference. So the rewards panel. I broke something. The rewards panel. Line 27. I think I'm missing the reference reward. I think I'm missing the reference to that animation now. 27. No, because we're looking for the experience tab. Experience tab is key component in children, right? Interesting. But we're online 27 reward panel. We're trying to move next. Why are we trying to move next? 27. So numerator. Interesting. Might have to put a breakpoint here. Let's see what I just broke by fixing. Because we have our table. Everything is set. We have our proper controller now. Yeah. Yeah. So this was coming from show rewards, right? Show rewards. From show reward, yes. All right, let's put a breakpoint. Let's just do it. It's not that crazy, right? Don't you love it? I mean, think you're just fixing everything correctly, and then boop, new bug. Boop, new bug. That's the life, guys. That's the life we chose. I like the new card system, though. It's going to get flashier. It's going to get better. But the basic refactor, actually, the basic refactor did not take us that long to move into this kind of card system. Because, you know, we already have the ability system under the hood. It's really just a facade. Yeah, I'm... Oh, experience tab is null. So at start, we're trying to find XP tab, which makes no sense because it's right here. Reward panel. That's our reward panel. That's just a container. There's the XP tab, which has our script, but it's enabled. It's enabled. Hold on, container is not enabled. Did I accidentally container I turned off by accident, guys? That's our bug. You had 40 bugs on your list today. At the end of the day, had about 70 left. You were getting the bugs down, though, buddy. You were getting that list down. That's the life, guys. That's what we do. Oh, hopefully I didn't mess up our coroutine. I should not show this, right? I'm supposed to hide this. This is not being hidden properly. But this is still happening. Damn yous. Let me look here. Did I not save it? The container's still disabled, even though the reward panel is what we disable. Let me stop. Let me load. Why did I not save that, guys? And then that's what I need to turn off. Am I a dummy? Am I a dummy? Is it now proven science fact? I think it is. Hey, Wicked, what's up, man? How you doing, man? You been wicked today? Okay, there we go. Level up screen. No more error. Continue through. Everything is good. Everything is getting good. And then level up. All right. I'm going to check all this in before I lose it all. Let's switch to the right repo. Browse. That's not a repo. Stupid thing. Stupid thing. Stupidness. Okay, that's the repo we want. And yeah, we'll commit this. It's fine. Start refactoring into card combat. Commit. Push it up. And there we go. It's off my computer. Clear it away. Go away. Yeah, so by the way, guys, if anyone who had been paying attention last weekend, I said I was setting up an IRL Raspberry Pi. If you've been following me on Twitter, I've been setting up an IRL Raspberry Pi system so that I can do remote streaming for a couple events. Like this weekend, I'm hosting a game board party. I won't. By the way, guys, I probably won't be doing game development Sunday morning. But all of Sunday, I'm going to have a game board party at my house, and I'm probably going to try and IRL live stream it. Hold on. I will show you my basic Pi container with my camera. Let's see if I can get this on cam properly. I don't know, Rad. Everyone brings a whole bunch of games, and we have fun. But then I'm also judging a hackathon, or helping mentoring and judging a hackathon in a couple weeks. So I'll probably be live streaming that as well. Let's see. So here is my my basic Pi box. Let me get it into the camera. So this is a Pi 3 with a 1080p Pi camera on it, and then I have attached an external wireless card, because the wireless card in the Pi is okay, but it's not that great. It drops a lot, so I want to do some testing to see if I can get a steady Wi-Fi signal for streaming off of here. On the internal Wi-Fi, I can get maybe, sometimes it'll drop after 20 minutes and it would restart the stream. I can get maybe 2 hours, but it would drop a lot. Hold on, I have also another device. Let me see if I can grab it from where I'm at, if I can remember where it is, as I threw stuff around today. I also have, which I'll have hooked up as a USB as well. I haven't done a hackathon since 2011, Wicked. You gotta get on board, man. I also have an external mic, because obviously a Pi doesn't come with a mic by default. So here's my microphone for doing some recording. I need to get a USB extender, because these will not fit together very well. I can kind of force it, but I'm gonna get a USB extender essentially, and host the mic off to the side, probably behind the camera, so that I can basically, I don't know if you guys can see what the hell I'm doing here. Let me back up a bit. So I can basically have my mic like this, right? So the mic will be behind the camera, it'll be high, pointed towards wherever the camera's looking at, but that way I can have my camera kind of free. This will be out of the way, by the way, as well. But that way I can have the mic basically above the camera. You won't see the mic, but hopefully it'll pick up enough decent sound. But I can basically walk around with this. I have a couple of portable power packs. The one I'm normally going to use is pretty light, and I can stream for about 6 hours on the full battery. So it'll be fun. It'll be pretty fun. We'll see how that goes. But that's going to be, I'm probably going to do a test stream, an IRL test stream tomorrow, just to work out some kinks. I already worked out most of the kinks. I just get to get all this new hardware in place. And then Sunday will be the big test before the hackathon. But guys, we're going to be calling it a night. Unfortunately, I'm a little sick, so I wasn't able to get, I guess I got a lot done, but I know I can't stream for a lot of time today, but I think in the amount of time we got streaming, we did a big refactor. We removed this whole card system. We're not perfectly there yet. I think I'll work on the AI Saturday. On the next stream, we'll refactor the AI and the behavior tree so that the AI starts picking the right card. We'll auto-pick the right target based off the card, because it could be a card that's for the team or for the self, or for an enemy. Maybe it's a backline only selection or frontline only selection, right? So we'll go through all that stuff, make sure they pick the right target. But that's it for today, guys. I hope you had fun. I had fun. I will be back Saturday morning. So until then, I will see you next time.